What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy RiahhhOnFiahhh here today with another video. Whoa! In today's video, we're going to be speaking about Rogue Company today, the new game that's coming out. The release date is set for like summer 2020. They don't really have a full release date yet because of the pandemic, so we don't know when things are going to start popping off again. But the release date is set for summer of 2020. That is this year. This review that I'm about to give you isn't going to be like a very in-depth review. If you want an in-depth review about all the characters and the abilities and stuff, just let me know in the comments and I will make that video for you. But this is more of like an overall review for the game. So Rogue Company is a new third-person shooter that's coming out this year, and it's like a team-based game. Very similar to like Rainbow Six, Overwatch. You get those type of vibes when you're playing. What we currently have access to now is the alpha part of the game. So this is like before the beta. So this is still like early development before the full release comes out. What we have now for the alpha are 2 game modes and we have 2 maps. I'm not sure what the map names are called. Didn't get those down, but we do have 2 game modes. One is demolition and the other one is extraction. Extraction in the alpha, you can only play extraction with the bots, but extraction is more of like a hard point type of game mode, and demolition is more of like a search and destroy type of game mode. It's a 4v4 type of game, and everybody has 1 life in these 2 game modes that we have currently on the alpha. Just like all the other team-based games that are out now, each character in the game has their own ability and their specific perks that help them throughout the game, as in like run speed or footstep silence, etc. and stuff like that. But something unique about the game is that, for one, you fly into the map like the 4 teams. I mean, the 2 teams of 4 fly into the map, and then that's when you go attack each other. And when you're in the ship, before jumping out, you start with $3,000, because every round, depending if you lose or win, that determines how much money you get for the next round. So when you're inside the ships, this is when you have the opportunity to buy your perks and your abilities and your secondary weapons and your melee weapons and your equipment, because they start you off with a pistol and a small amount of money, because throughout the game you have to earn your money to earn better abilities. Just like all the other team-based games, there's defense type of characters, attack type of characters, range type of characters, and supportive type of characters. When it comes to gameplay and mechanics, let's talk about gameplay and mechanics. The game itself is a very simple game. At least right now for the alpha, it's very simple. It's complex to a certain degree because of the amount of abilities in the game and perks with each character, but when it comes to the actual mechanics, it's very simple. Crouch, melee, roll, hide behind cover is just like that. Just like kind of trailer showed you, is very similar. Just like anytime you play a new game, you soon start to realize, the more you play this game, you soon start to realize the characters that people are really going to start using. You soon realize the most irrelevant characters that no one's going to be using, and the irrelevant abilities that these characters have. One issue that I did have with the game, though, is how close the camera is to your character, because you should start realizing realize how close the camera is to your character, and this is from a third-person point of view. When you turn around certain corners, you have to keep switching which side you want to really look from. So if I'm coming up to a wall that's on my right side, I have to switch my side to see more on the left. And if I come up to a wall that's on my left side, I have to switch my vision more so I can see more of the right. And you have to keep doing that instead of it being large enough to just see everywhere. When it comes to gun and melee mechanics, I felt like the guns were pretty balanced for like each category they were in. If you were close to somebody and they had a shotgun, you might get 1 tapped, and definitely 2 tapped. No more than 2 taps if it comes to a shotgun. The SMGs are nice up close. The LMGs are nice long range, I'll tell you that one. And the ARs are kind of just good like all around. The hip fire is still very good for, as expected for a third-person shooter. The melee mechanics, though, are kind of weird to a certain degree, because sometimes when you melee, your character lunges and he hits the person you intended to hit, but sometimes your character just like swings. It's like a casual swing. It's just like you have to be really close to them just to do damage. So it's weird. But I believe there's a character with like a special ability when it comes to meleeing, because there was a particular guy, I don't know his name, like the specific character, that he was like lunging everywhere. And each game I played that somebody else was using him, he was just always running around the map just punching people. There are a couple characters in the game that I feel are going to be very powerful metas that a lot of people are going to be running because of their abilities. Abilities that are way more effective and important than other characters' abilities. And but it's just the alpha, like I said, those things probably are going to get. Never mind. It's not necessarily a problem, but. And my personal first day reviewing the game is I like it. I like the game as expected. I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, that game looks amazing. I got a little bit Fortnite, Overwatch put together type of thing. That's what came in my head. But I thought the game was gonna be on PC at first, off the way it looks. You'll understand why. But yeah, if I had to give it a review, I'll give it like a 7. 6.5 out of 10. Not too bad, only because it's the alpha and you're only limited to certain amounts of the game. And yeah, I liked it. I enjoy myself in the game. Do I get dominated in it? Of course. But do I dominate in it? Of course. I'm probably gonna have some gameplay up. You can see me dominating whatever game I put up. But yeah. Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe. Let me know if you want me to do an in-depth video about the actual mechanics of the game and each character and stuff like that, because I will do it if people want to see it. Drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, Rogue Company.